Today we came through KLIA and they had a priority lane. And Dr. Shi went ahead and arguing with the woman. She said, you must be 70, then you can stand in this line. So after he argued for quite a while, he left. I went up and said, I'm over 70. And you know, she won't serve me. She said, you go over there. Go to the automatic machine. I prefer to deal with a real person, right? But that's KLIA. And I'm so happy and privileged to be here in PJ Church. I've been here several times already in the past, over many, many years. And now I see PJ Church is like a mini United Nations. So many different people from all over the world coming together to worship God. I praise Him for that. And tonight we're going to look at how men and women differ, or perhaps they are the same. Now, that said, I wouldn't say this is true 100% of the time, because we have the law of averages, right? There's always some that fall at both ends of the spectrum. But we are told in Genesis that God created man and woman in His image, male and female. Now, I know nowadays we have many others, right? You can choose to be something else, others. But in the Bible, we are told that there is male and there is female. And He created them different for a very good purpose, so that when they come together in holy marriage, that they can be a good balance for one another. Now think about that. Those of you who are married, is your wife a good compliment to you? Yes. Wow. Pastor, very good. Yeah, because we each have our own strengths and we also have our challenges, right? But if we work together, we can grow together. And that's the whole point. God made male and female to support one another so that the man will not be lonely, the woman will not be lonely. So today we'll take a closer look at the differences and how we can work together as a couple, or maybe those of you who are not married yet, in your relationships with the opposite sex, you can be more successful. Now, there is a book that was written which said men are like waffles and women are like spaghetti. Okay, a husband-wife team wrote this book, Bill and Pam Farrell, and you can read it. And they were trying to use a food analogy. Why are men like waffles and women like spaghetti? We will talk more about this. Now, if you have a mission, like I want to buy a pair of jeans. Now, the man will go to the mall and go straight to the shop, right? Buy the jeans, all done in under 6 minutes. Yeah. But if you send a female there, what will happen? She might spend 3 hours, 26 minutes, and spend more than $800, because that's how her mind works. And we'll see as we explain how come the women take so long to buy a pair of jeans and the men can be so efficient. All right. A man is always solution-centered. While this is a strength, it can also be a weakness, right? They focus on facts, not feelings. They are direct, very straight. What you hear is what you get. And they can deal with only one issue at a time. And it's because their brain organizes thoughts in little boxes. That's why they are like waffles. You know, you see those little tiny squares? All right? One issue in one box. And there is a special box called the nothing box. And men love to be in this box. Some people say that men like to enter their caves. Now, this is the nothing box. When they are in the nothing box, what are they thinking about? Nothing. You are right. Just nothing. And sometimes their wives get very upset with them because they're talking, and then you say, huh? Doesn't get it. Because he happens to be in his nothing box. So men, you have to watch out for that. Now, whereas the women, they are feelings oriented. And they like to maintain harmony. Their communication is very indirect. Okay? Let's say a couple, man is driving. Oh, there is a new restaurant. And the man says, oh, yeah? Yeah, I heard that the food is very good. But he keeps driving, and then they pass the restaurant, and the wife gets mad at him. Right? What did she want to say? Yes, let's try this new restaurant. Please turn here. No, she didn't say that. Right? And the man just continues as if nothing happened. And then when a wife gets mad, he says, why didn't you say, I want to eat at that restaurant? So women, check what you say. Don't be indirect. Especially when you are talking to the male entity. Be very direct. Tell exactly what you want. Now, a woman is also very easily worried because they have so many things going on in their head. You know, we don't have a nothing box. We always have something up here. So we get worried about many, many things. I remember when I was in my 40s, I had 2 children going to university in a few years. And I was so worried. My husband is a pastor with a very small salary. He left all the worrying to me. He was in his nothing box. But I got worried to the point where I started having migraines. I suffered from migraines for a period of 20 years. That's a long time. And I tried everything. I checked everything. But in the end, I knew the cause of migraine. My migraines were caused by a mistrust in God. See, worry is a mistrust in God. And when I realized that, and I decided, God, I really don't know you. I've got to get to know you. My migraines disappeared. And I've not had a single migraine for a long time. And the brain thinks many related thoughts at a time. Now, how does that happen? Okay, let's see how many words a man speaks in a day on the average. Okay, are you ready to count with me? Yes. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. 7,000 words. Right, in a day. And they reserve these 7,000 words to speak where? At work. Right. They use it in their jobs. So when they come home, do they have any more words left over, ladies? No. So sometimes they want to go in their nothing box after work. But what about the women? Are you ready to count, ladies? Yes. Quickly, you must count fast, because it's a lot. Ready, go. Wait. What is it now? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20,000 words a day. So can you imagine why your wife is going like this all the time? Because they have this in them to speak 20,000 words a day. And that is why a lot of men will just go in their cave or in their nothing box and just shut off. Okay, so women, I will give you some tips on how to deal with that. Now, why is this so? It's because women's brains have a corpus callosum in the middle. It's a fluid-filled gap with neurons, a bridge between the two hemispheres. And here, there's lots of neurons sending signals back and forth. And so there is more connectivity in female brains. That's why they can talk so much. They are more verbal because of this fact. Okay? Another difference, you see the men have just one button, very simple. Look at the women, they have a button for everything in their brain. So women are more adept at speaking. They are able to use both sides of their brain in conversation. And they are able to integrate different areas of their lives more effectively. Yeah, if you allow a woman to talk, she can talk about this, about that, about this, all over the place, about everybody, right? That's a woman for you. And they are able to handle and remember more detail. I think God in His wisdom knew that we would have to do that. Why? Because we have to take care of children. Yeah, besides taking care of the husband, we got to take care of children. Sometimes the husband is the biggest kid. Am I right? No? Okay. Now, another thing about women is, because they are taking care of children, they can take in a wide area. They have this called peripheral vision. You know, my granddaughter, sometimes she tries to trick me. I say, I'm not looking at you, but I know what you are doing. And she says, no, Papa, your back is turned to me. I say, I can see you. I have eyes at the back. We have a wide range of vision. And we can find things better than men. Right? Correct? You ask your husband or a man to go and look for something in the fridge, can they find it? Where? They cannot find it. Yeah. Okay, what about the men? All right, men have tunnel vision. Okay, they can see only this much. And they can concentrate on what is just before them. Right? We think that men like to look at girls, but they have tunnel vision. And men have a one-track mind. Their main focus is on what? One thing. Their career. That's right. Their career. But the woman is a multitasking expert. Yeah. And they easily change moods and feelings. I think we got the wrong file. Never mind, it's okay. So the man is usually unemotional and objective because of this hormone called testosterone in them. Women have estrogen, right? And the two halves of the brain are less connected. So how can women improve communication with men? Pastor, I think you got to change the, get the last one. Now, how can we, women, communicate better with men, given these differences in us physically and chemically? Go to the third last slide. Yeah. Okay. All right. Be realistic with your expectations, women, as you learn more about how men operate. And learn to be open in expressing yourself directly. We've talked about that. If a man has problems opening up, don't push him to talk. Okay? Don't keep pushing and say, look at me, look at me. Are you listening or not? Instead, ask open-ended questions. Not questions that will require a yes or no, but open-ended questions like, how do you feel about this? Can you think of some ways we could improve in this area? Allow him space to enter his nothing box or his cave. And during arguments, control your feelings. Very important. This is very important. Remember, the Bible says one of the fruit of the Spirit is self-control. We need to learn to control those feelings and try to be more objective. Then we will be able to meet halfway. Focus on the problem. When you are discussing an issue, remember in one box he has one issue. Stick to that one issue. Don't jump here, jump there, jump here, jump there. He will be utterly confused. So one issue at a time, and don't go and dig up things from the past. You know, they say women are hysterical and historical. We like to dig up, remember last month what you did, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that, okay? What is past is past. Forgive and forget, move on. Don't dig up the past. And learn to appreciate your man and let him know it, okay? In the Bible, it says that men need respect. We need to respect our husbands and the men that we work with if we are not married. Respect them, and then you will find that you can communicate better with them. Now, what about a man? Simpler, huh? Men, use body language when you communicate to show caring. Hugs, touches, eye contact, very important. Focus on what she is feeling and align with that feeling, right? Rather than say what men are usually very solution-oriented. Okay, there was a teacher who came back very frustrated from school, and she was crying, and the husband said, what's wrong, what's wrong? And she was telling, oh, my principal is so unreasonable, blah, blah, blah. And she said, why don't you just quit? You see, he has the perfect solution. Just resign. And she cried even louder. And the husband said, what did I do? She said, I don't want to quit. I love teaching. Don't tell me to quit. And soon, he became the problem. Okay? So, focus on what she's feeling. Rather than giving a solution to the problem, why don't you say something like, oh, I'm so sorry you feel so hurt. Come, let me give you a hug. Oh, that would be so nice. Yeah, sometimes when I get super angry, my husband is very good at this. He will catch me and he will hug me real tight. And he won't let go, you know, until I cannot breathe. Then I have no choice but to cool down. And then we can talk better. Don't start by giving solutions, but be encouraging. Okay? Be encouraging. Say something positive like, oh, I know that you are so much needed at that school. You are really doing a good job there. And I know the students just love you. Pay attention by using non-words. Okay? Don't let your mind wander. Don't go into your nothing box when your wife is talking to you. That is a major crime. Yeah? Pay attention. Use non-words. What are non-words? Non-words are like, yeah, that's right. You know, all these little assurances, I'm listening. And be encouraging. In Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, it says, be kind to each other, sympathetic, forgiving each other as God has forgiven you through Christ. And I hope that you have picked up some tips that when you go back, you will make your wife or your husband a happier person, and you have a good Sabbath.